The truth is that your clients are becoming wiser almost every day. If you are not using the latest scamming formats in this Yahoo work, you will miss out on making so much money. The fact remains that there are more than 1 million Yahoo boys in the world struggling to get clients just like you too. So if you're still using some outdated Yahoo format like the Nigerian Prince email format, you won't catch any clients. Therefore, if you want to catch any clients, make sure you adapt to the new and latest scamming formats. Then you can use them on any first client that you see anywhere. Once you strike the client with that format, you move to another format and collect more money from that client. If you haven't learned the tricks to becoming a successful Yahoo boy, you can start reading from here. If you want to buy all these formats, you can pay by BTC or bank transfer. The price is $40. Please send an email to blah 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 blah. So apparently, I stumbled on a website that is teaching Nigerian scammers how to scam, and not just how to scam, it's giving them lots of formats. So there were times when people were still using old formats, and then just like any course, anything you're studying, things change. People are getting wiser with all these scam baiting videos, or with people like us that try to expose most of these scams by doing scam baiting most of these scammers, or by exposing some of these scams by doing videos. People are getting more exposed to the scams that most of these scammers use, and then scammers also on their own end are trying to modify the old ones to make it look new. Please, before I go into exposing most of these scams, this is just an educational video to sort of create awareness, to expose most of these scams and the scams that are used and most of their formats, so that you would understand most of these tricks when maybe you see them using this trick maybe with someone you know, or when they try to use it against you, you will know. So this is one of those educational videos. I'm not teaching anybody how to scam because I don't really know how to scam. So let's just continue. So the first one is the gift card format. So it says so this one is basically when they try to get gift cards from their clients or the person you are trying to scam. Most people are the gift card types of scammers. They prefer gift cards than the bitcoins and all those other stuff. They want gift cards because with gift cards you can purchase some other items that you need to purchase. Because most times they don't really request for bitcoin, because not everyone has not everyone has a wallet or a crypto wallet. So they don't request for bitcoin, they request for gift card. So the people that use this are mostly those that are into romance scams. So when they might be chatting, they might be acting, they might have a picture of a girl and all those stuff, and then they might be chatting to a guy, and then after building a relationship with them, they wouldn't request for anything for. That's why I said these guys are very resilient. There's a video I will link in the description. You can go ahead and watch that video. So they must have chatted with the person, or they must have communicated with the person for over a month or 2 months without requesting for anything. So at this point, they might have even given you what you want, maybe not the main stuff, because romance scams is majorly maybe related to sending some pictures, some intimate pictures, or just telling them what they want to hear, and all in the way romance scams work. The way romance scam works, I don't know. So they tell you that after maybe 2 months, 3 months without requesting anything, then all of a sudden they start telling you that let me just read it for you. So they tell you that I was notified last week that all the firmware in my phone needs upgrading, including my Facebook and my camera, that I can't be able to take pics or chat with my phone anymore until I get my phone upgraded before I can make use of it. Right now, I'm using my friend's phone to chat with you. When I took my phone to a repairer, he told me all I need to get is an iTunes card to be continued. So this particular one, I'm sure you must have seen it before. This one is something that they used, I think, far back in 2018. Most of them used to copy and paste this exact stuff as at 2018, 2019. Even till now, some funny ones are still copying and pasting this exact stuff, and some people are still falling for it because some people are new to these scams. Okay, but right now, most people, what they do is they look at this particular format. That's why they call it a format. It's a format of when you call something format, it's like something you're supposed to follow. So they copy it, then they change the wordings, they change the text, they even form a different storyline. But the end game is that they want to find a way to collect gift cards from you, which they can now use later to purchase some of the ridiculous stuff that they want to buy. and they end up wasting the gift card. So that's the first type of scam, the gift card scam. The second one is the classified format. So most people know it as different names, but what the scammers know, those abroad or those watching this might know it as a different name, but what they call it is the classified format. So basically what they do is they go to eBay, they go to some of these shopping platforms and then act as a seller or a buyer. I think a buyer, yeah, a buyer. They act as a buyer that they want to buy a particular product or a particular stuff. You see, most of these people, you also see them in Facebook Marketplace. That's why Facebook Marketplace is a really crazy place for you to say you want to shop or for you to shop. Most of these scammers have flooded that place and it's really crazy. So what they do is they maybe, for example, the item they want to buy is $600 and all. Then they might tell you they might overpay. Okay, so they would just Photoshop a particular check, maybe of maybe $3,000. They'll Photoshop the check and then send it to you, and then tell you that, oh, they made a mistake and they sent more than they should have sent. That can you go ahead and transfer the remaining or send back the remaining 1,000 out of the payments to them, and that you can send it to charity, and then they have someone there that will pick it up for them. So the person that will pick it up for them is the picker. So the picker is the person that works with the Nigerian scammer. So the picker they tell you that the picker is the person in charge of. They will not tell you the picker. They'll tell you the person is in charge of their charity organization that can go ahead and donate the remaining 1,000 to their charity, that they will send you, that the person will pick up the money. So you can now transfer. So they tell you to transfer the money to the person. And once you transfer the remaining money to the person, you will notice that the money that they sent to you in the first place, or the check you sent, was a fake one, or it's bounced. I don't know how they do these things because I've not really been with them, or it's not something I've done, but there are ways that they do these checks and they make it seem legit with Photoshop, and then they make it actually look like the money got into your account. Like I said, I don't know how they do these things, so I'm just giving you an idea of how it works. So the next one is Bitcoin scam format. So I would say this one is sort of popular in a way because right now everyone wants to have a Bitcoin wallet or a crypto wallet or something of that sort. So what these scammers do is that they will go ahead to create a fake looking website or a hoax website, and then what these scammers do is that they go ahead to create a fake website, a fake cryptocurrency website, telling you that they trade cryptocurrency, that you can go ahead and buy a cryptocurrency worth $100, and then they will give you additional $100 worth of cryptocurrency. But most times they wouldn't offer you. They'll tell you can buy something as large as $500 or $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. So this way they can get more money. So once you put in your $1,000, they'll tell you get $2,000 equivalent of Bitcoin, which is like 100% increase. And the moment you put your money in that website and then send money to them, that is the end. You lose your money because it was a fake website all along. So this is what, and the thing is that it is very difficult to detect. Most people that are new into the world of cryptocurrency, or most people that don't know how cryptocurrency works, are usually people that fall for this because they don't know. They are looking for, okay, where can I invest? Where can I buy Bitcoin? I'm always hearing Bitcoin, crypto wallet, blah blah blah. How do I get started? So they see themselves falling into some of these traps. So sometimes they could contact you on Facebook and then send you DMs, or you could see a post telling you that, oh, you could get Bitcoin, or you could receive an email telling you that you've gotten a free amount of Bitcoin and that you should click on the link and then you get more, something of that sort. So there are different formats that these people use in Bitcoin. Like I said, this Bitcoin scam formats, different people use different scam formats. Some people use social media to reach out to you. Some people use email. Some people use different stuff. So, but it's something that is really popular out there. The next one is Instagram flipping scam. So I'm sure most people know how this one works, where they get to hack your friend's Instagram account, then they send message to you that, oh, they've been doing this particular. I did a dedicated video on this one, so I'm not going to delve more. I'm not going to go in depth on this. So they said they will tell you that they made a particular amount of money, or they've made money joining this particular website or this particular platform, this investment that they've done. They'll be chatting with you via DM, and you think you're chatting with your friend, not knowing that your friend's account has been hacked. And maybe your friend could not tell you because you guys only chat on Instagram. If not, your friend must have told you that, oh, my account has been hacked. So your friend wouldn't tell you. So you'll be chatting with the person, and if you had chats before, previous chats before, these people would read your chats and see how you communicate. I told you, these scammers are really smart, so they will see how you communicate, and then they would use the exact words you use, the way you communicate. If you speak pidgin in your communication, they will use pidgin English to continue the communication, telling you that there's this particular investment that you can go ahead and join, put in your money, and when you do that, they will end up scamming you before you know that your friend's account has already been hacked. And once they finish with one person, they move on to the next person, like that, and it keeps on going. So this is an old scam, but it's still something that is being used till now, because they still hack accounts, and there are still people that don't know about this particular scam. So there are different other scams that were listed in this website. There's Job Yahoo scam format, telling you can make money online, and then that you've gotten a job. I don't want to go in depth. I just want to list them for you. If you have any idea, or if you've heard of any of them, you can just let me know in the comment section. Which of these scams have you heard about? If you've heard about all of them, just comment all, or you can list the ones you've heard about. Or if the one I mentioned has a different name, you can go ahead and list it. And as you're doing that, please, you can leave a like on this video. Let this video be recommended by YouTube so that more people will see it and get aware of these scams. You can also share it with people you know, just so that they are aware. The next one is credit rating scam. They tell you that they can increase your credit rating and all that, just illegally. I think I've explained how that one works, but right now I just assume that one is old and nobody is really using that again. So there's love spell scam format. There's bomber dating format. There's inheritance format. So there are lots of formats that this person mentioned on this website. I'm not going to give out the website because I don't want people, because I know scammers also watch me, so I don't want them learning how this works. Because on this website, the person told them that there are dedicated articles that explain each of these scamming formats and how to be successful in them. So this person detailed everything there, and like you saw in the beginning, you have to pay to get some of these articles. But the most important scam, which was not listed here, because I think this article is about almost a year old or so, but it was written, like the person said, updated in 2020, so I don't know, but it was written in 2021. But right now, NFT scams are what is trending. Everyone wants to have this sort of NFT. Everyone wants to sell an NFT art. Everyone wants to, oh, NFT is trending. And what these scammers do is that once they see something is trending, they get into it immediately. They look for ways to rip people of their money. So what the way this NFT scam works is that they tell you that they have a particular photo that you can sell for a particular amount of money, and then once you buy it from them, you can go ahead and sell it. Or they tell you that, or they even create fake NFT websites, and the UI and UX of this website is always very good looking, so you would think it's a legitimate platform. You put in your money, you put in your arts and all, and there are different ways. I don't know, you just need to be careful. I think right now I'll start going in depth to understanding most of these NFT scams, because that is what most of them are really using right now. So I will go in depth, find time to understand it more. It's just a few I've come across, some people that were scammed and reached out to me. So those are the few I've come across, but I'm sure there are many different variations of NFT scams, which I would find time to do a video just on NFT scams. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this particular website. So this website has been up for a long time, over maybe 5 years, and it has not been taken down. I think it's a good thing in a way, because it's now showing, it's enabling us to be educated on these scams, so we can protect ourselves from these scams when we know how the scam works. But if the website is not there, if the website is taken down, you wouldn't know how all these scams work, and you will not be able to protect yourself. So I think it's a good thing that it's still up, but I'm not sharing the website link because I don't want any random person going to that website, and I'm not patronizing them, or I'm not advertising them. So why would I call the name of the website? So I am sure if we do deep keyword research, or especially those in Nigeria, those abroad might not be able to get the website. But yeah, watch this next video about scams. So I'll see you in my next video. Remember to stay safe.